Today we have this opportunity to pay our final respects to Mr. Billy Kazuyoshi Hatano, who passed away March 6, 2017 at the age of 86. We also acknowledge the Seventh Day Shonanuka service at this time. May I offer my own condolences to the family of Mr. Billy Hatano. Visiting with the family, Brian shared his story of Dad encouraging the family to go to church. Billy's strong encouragement would lead to 12 years, perfect attendance, Dharma school, years of dedication and support of the temple and its various activities that continue on, as we know. Kevin shared that Dad was always there. Support through presence. Action speaks louder than words. Billy lived a life of gaman, showing by example how to endure, how to persevere. Camp Tulile, prisoner of war, 33 months. He appreciated his family, enjoyed his grandchildren. He loved Grace, and her care and dedication was witnessed by us all. Melinda voiced that this is how he would have wanted it to be, not suffering or lingering, not burdening the family. Even driving his car the day before. My personal reflection is of sitting in the courtyard with him after a Sunday service. Brief words of encouragement go a long way. Billy lived through a difficult time and a difficult era in America. Many of our families weathered tremendous hardships with endurance, gratitude, and family first. Time and again, we find stories of strength and spirit. Many of the first Japanese to come to America came from areas of Japan that were predominantly Shin Buddhist communities. The lives of their ancestors were centered around a Shin Buddhist temple, such as this one, for sometimes 15 generations and more. For this reason, the Shin Buddhist teachings, traditions, and consciousness run very deep, sometimes much deeper than the individual might realize. In the Buddhist teachings, we're taught of the principles of impermanence. This teaching urges us to open our eyes and see that in life, everything is constantly changing, that nothing can last forever. It is exactly these times of mourning and death that these truths ring crystal clear. There's a story from the teachings and the life of the historical Buddha and how he addressed impermanence and the pain of facing death. Once there was a young woman named Kisagotami, the wife of a wealthy man. She lost her mind because of the death of her child. She took the dead child in her arms and went from house to house, begging people to help her to heal her child. Of course, they could do nothing for her. And finally, a follower of the Buddha advised her to go to see him as he was nearby teaching in the Jettamana Grove. So she carried the dead child to the Buddha. The Buddha looked upon her with sympathy and said, "To heal the child, I need some poppy seeds. Go and beg 4 or 5 poppy seeds from some home where death has never entered." So the demented woman went out and sought a house where death had never entered, but in vain. She went from door to door, knocking on each door, asking if they had endured a death. At every door, "I'm sorry, we just lost our mother. I'm sorry, my son passed away. I'm sorry, our grandfather, we just lost him last week." At last, she was obliged to return to the Buddha. In his quiet presence, her mind cleared, and she understood the meaning of his words. She took the body away and buried it, and then returned to the Buddha to become one of his disciples. The Shin Buddhist teachings reveal a process. In this process, we expand from self to other. We each begin as a small, selfish shell. From there, gradually, we grow beyond ourselves. We think of others. We work for the sake of others. We live for the sake of others. We move from selfish self to selfless other, and ultimately to that which we know as Amida. Only at death can we truly sever all ties to the self and to become one with Amida. Mr. Billy Hatano has completed that journey to become free of self and to be one with Amida. We are the ones that remain in this suffering world. We are the ones who have run out of time to thank him and to show him our support. We are the ones who have run out of time to show our appreciation for his love, support, and guidance. The Buddhist teachings guide us to live a life of gratitude. Mr. Billy Hatano has become one with reality, and in this oneness, it is he that teaches us that lesson today. He shows us the truths of impermanence. He shows us the urgency to realize that the nature of life is fleeting and not to be wasted. It is with these guides, truths as guides, that our next steps into life can be made with even more meaning, depth, and direction. We're able to see that even without his physical presence, he still continues to affect us with love, support, and guidance. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Billy. The Buddhist life is to learn the lessons of true reality and to pass them on. Mr. Billy Hatano has done that. On behalf of the Buddhist Church of Sacramento, please know that our staff and I are willing to help in any possible way in these next few difficult months. Namo Amida, Namo Amida, Namo Amida, Namo Amida, Namo Amida, Namo Amida. At our Shin Buddhist funerals, it is customary to read one of the letters written by Joshin. Renyo wrote a number of letters in simple Japanese, passing them out throughout the countryside in Japan, explaining the Shin Buddhist perspective on a number of topics. At our funerals, we read the letter entitled On the White Ashes, first in English. In silently contemplating the transient nature of human existence, nothing is more fragile and fleeting in this world than the life of man. Thus, we have not heard of human life lasting for 10,000 years. Life swiftly passes, and who among men can maintain his form for even 100 years? Whether I go before others, or others go before me, whether it be today, or whether it be tomorrow, who is to know? Those who leave before us are as countless and as fragile as the drops of dew. Though in the morning we may have radiant health, in the evening we may be white ashes. When the winds of impermanence blow, our eyes are closed forever. And when the last breath leaves us, our face loses its color. Though loved ones gather and lament, everything is of no avail. The body is then sent into an open field and vanishes from this world with the smoke of cremation, leaving only the white ashes. There is nothing more real than this truth of life. The fragile nature of human existence underlies both the young and the old, and therefore we must, one and all, awaken to the ultimate source of life. By so understanding the meaning of death, we shall come to fully appreciate the meaning of this life, which is unrepeatable and thus to be treasured above all else. By virtue of true compassion, let us realize the unexcelled value of our human existence. Let us live with the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, in our hearts. In Japanese. それ人間の不祥なるそうつらつら感ずるにおいよそ儚き者はこの世の始終中幻のごとくなるいちごなりさればいまだ漫才の人参の受けたりということを聞かず一生過ぎやすし今に至って誰か100年の業態を保つべきや我や先人や先今日とも知らず明日とも知らず遅れ先立つ人は音の雫末の梅雨よりもしげしと言えされば明日には高岩なって夕べには異なれる皆りすでに無常の風きたりぬればすなわち二つの眼たちまちに閉じ一つの息長く耐えぬれば高岩むなしく返じて通りの装いを失いぬる時は六神眷属集まって嘆き悲しめどもさらにその甲斐あるべからずさてしもあるべきことならればとて野外に送って弱の煙となし果てぬればただ今の溝のこれに哀れというもなかなか愚かなりされば人間の儚きことは老少不浄の境なれば種の人も早く五章の一大事を心にかけて阿弥陀仏を深く頼み参らせて念仏もすべきものなりあなかしこあなかしこ
behalf of the family, I'd like to thank everybody that made today such a special remembrance. We'd like to make a special thank you to Rima Fujimoto, Myra Okazaki, our organist, and Reiko and her crew for preparing the food today. We'd also like to thank everybody that took time the last 2 weeks to visit. Kind words, and for coming today and spending the day with us. And I'd like to thank Stan for chairing today's service for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. I'd like to echo all of your thank yous and also thank the California State Honor Guard very much and those who stepped up as organization representatives and put them first. We also had those that just spoke, our ushers. As we bring this service to a close, the family is going to exit to the Kaikon and prepare to receive the congregation. We will have a small meal and refreshments and hope that you'll be able to visit and socialize with the family. So, family and relatives, please exit.